we're doing 24 hours in coach.
Coach on Amtrak is by far the most popular way to ride and the most cost-effective. It's comfortable, spacious, but how is it overnight? Today, we're going to answer that question by spending a full 24 hours here on the Southwest Chief. Along the way, we'll go over what life is like aboard the train and talk about what you need to know before you embark on a journey like this. So let's head to the station and get this adventure started.
So we're starting at LA Union Station because we're on the Southwest Chief again. I've already picked myself up a comfort kit. You can get these at the ticket counter for about 20 bucks, and they have a blanket and some other pretty handy stuff in it. Our train is boarding, so let's head to track 10 and start our adventure. So the reason LA Union Station might seem a little familiar, we were actually here just a few weeks ago for Train Fest. It's actually going on while I film this video, but through the magic of YouTube, it's a few weeks earlier. So if you want to check out that video, it's linked up in the upper corner.
Walking down the busy corridor, we make our way over to platform 10 and climb aboard our train. We'll be seated upstairs today, so let's go find our seat.
So welcome to home for the next 24 hours. We're going to spend a full 24 hours on this train going all the way to La Junta. Hopefully we don't have a seatmate with us. We'll find out soon, but it's time to cool down and relax for a bit.
We pulled out of the station right on time. Let's see if we stay that way. Amtrak isn't known for their great on-time performance.
Now that we're on the move, let's take a little tour of coach and see what we really get.
These seats have so much room, much better than taking the bus or even flying. There's a nicely sized tray table and no middle seat. These massive windows to look out on the landscape are probably the best part though. You do also get 2 outlets, and you can plug in a power strip or even an outlet extender to give you more if needed. They do recline pretty far, and you have a leg rest that'll pop out from under the seat. You can get very comfortable in these, although you still won't be able to lay flat. There is also a footrest that's adjustable. There's so much legroom, you won't know what to do with all of it. But the best part is watching everything move past you while you don't have to do a thing. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm getting pretty hungry. Unlike a bus or a plane, you can just get up and walk to the cafe car. It's right under the observation deck on the superliners and offers plenty of snacks and even full meals. Here's a look at the menu at the time of filming. No matter what, you can never beat lunch with a changing view. I decided to go with the cheeseburger, and it was much better than you'd expect for a microwaved meal. The cookie though, oh, amazing. We're going to be spending a lot of time here in the observation car. Seeing all that California traffic, I'm glad we're not driving. This is such a nicer and more relaxing way to go. With the sun starting to set, let's head to the lounge area where the seats face the windows.
We've only been on the train for 2 hours and the sun's already pretty much down, so that means it's going to be nighttime soon, and we're going to figure out what it's like to sleep in Amtrak coach. Before I left the station, I did get that kit that you saw before. It has a blanket, an inflatable travel pillow, and an eye mask. We should get a pretty good night's sleep. I did also bring my own eye mask as well as earplugs. We're already about 15 to 20 minutes late, so leave your predictions in the comments down below on how late I'm going to be, because right now I have no idea. This is the way a lot of people travel, and that's why I want to show it. I want you to come along with me on these adventures, but I also want to make sure that I show everything. We've seen coach before, but this is in a completely new light. If you want to see the difference between what a coach and sleeper really looks like, then go ahead and click the video in the upper corner. I go over everything on the superliners. There'll be a viewliner video coming out soon, but for now, we have the superliner one. If you want to see what another long distance train is like, all in a sleeper, like the California Zephyr, you can go ahead and click right there as well. Of course, all the links will be in the description below if you wanted to watch them later, because we still have a lot to cover. We've only just begun, so once the sun goes down and after we've enjoyed ourselves for a little while, we'll get ready for bed and see what it's all about.
Riding through the night, we approach our first fresh air break. A nice chance to get off the train for a few minutes. What is a fresh air break? I'll tell you.
Barstow is the only fresh air break on the first night. If you're awake, definitely try to take advantage of getting off at Barstow. You only get about 5 or 10 minutes, but a few minutes off the train is better than no minutes off the train. It is a great time to just get out, walk around, and stretch your legs. Yes, you can move around on the train. Sometimes it's nice to get outside and smell the fresh air and get away from everybody else for a few minutes. So I always highly recommend it. Another thing that's fun about getting off the train is just kind of looking at them and finding out what number your coaches are. This is my third time seeing 31010. I saw it when I took the Coast Starlight. Then I saw it when I was on the ski train because I rode in this car. And now I'm seeing it again here. So this car seems to be following me around for some reason. I don't know. It's just a fun little tidbit. Always keep an eye out, because you never know what you're going to find.
After we get back on the train, it's time for lights out. So we get changed and it's time for me to head to bed. And I'll see you in the morning.
Well, good morning. It's about 6:20. The sun is shining brightly on this very clear Arizona day with some interruptions from freight trains. The hair is wild, and it was a pretty interesting night. Let's go get some coffee and talk about it.
Heading to the cafe, we decide to go with the sausage, egg, and cheese bagel, or Bailey, for breakfast. And that coffee I mentioned. The bagel is pretty good and definitely one of my favorite breakfast options.
Now that we've got our coffee and our bagel, let's talk about last night. Nighttime on the rails is rough. Even in sleeper class, it's not an amazing night's sleep. It's a good night's sleep at best. At worst, you don't really get to sleep other than a few intermittent naps broken up by passing trains, swaying side to side, loud creaks and groans from the car, and other people in the coach. It's not going to be like sleeping in a hotel. If you can sleep in a moving car, you can probably sleep on a train. If you can't sleep in a car, you're probably not going to be able to sleep on a train. It might not be for you doing overnight, and that's okay. Everybody has their limits. This has been an amazing experience so far. Eating breakfast with this view of the sun rising over the Arizona desert, seeing all the sagebrush and everything just passing around you is amazing. And we're even coming up to a spot now that it's just little mesas rising up, and it's gorgeous. It is probably the best breakfast view that I've had, at least since the California Zephyr, but that's a whole nother video you can check out after this one. I've loved my time, but sleeping on a train is rough. You don't have turbulence like you do on an airplane, but you are going to get bounced around. You are going to move around quite a bit. In the case of the Southwest Chief, you're doing 90 miles an hour. You're going to move around quite a bit. They're passing trains. They are loud when the locomotives pass. It's not a perfect experience, but it's the one we have. And I'm enjoying it, but I also really enjoy traveling by train. And you might not, and that's okay. Train travel isn't for everybody, but it's for the adventurous. Let's enjoy the rest of these views over our coffee. And the coffee is okay.
Spending the rest of the morning in the observation car, watching the Arizona desert pass us by, is a great way to spend some time. seeing all the cars and knowing that you don't have to deal with the stress of driving is pretty nice. Before long, we hit our first fresh air break of this day.
Welcome to Gallup. We're here at the Gallup station, and it is an absolutely gorgeous morning. The sun is shining, the air is crisp. It's not too cold, not too warm. Great way to wake up after our morning coffee. So we're gonna walk around on the platform here and enjoy it.
The fresh air breaks don't last forever though. We get back onto the train and it's time to get dressed for the day. And that means a bathroom tour. The most common bathroom you'll find on coach are these style. A small aisle with several on either side. This is your dressing room, and it has enough space to change and get in and out of pajamas. Of course, there is a lock and enough space to do what you need to do. There are no showers available in coach, so make sure to bring some clothes and deodorant. The accessible bathrooms in the older coaches are pretty decent, but won't be winning awards anytime soon. The recently refurbished ones, though, very different. The total number does go down from 5 to only 3 with this style of coach, but the quality is so much better. These are cleaner, brighter, and much more spacious. And of course, the accessible one has a lot more space. It's got a lot more handrails and just a lot of features that are better for people that are disabled. The new automatic door is super handy as well, and it has a nice digital intuitive lock control. As we approach Albuquerque, we get ready for our longest fresh air stop. Under normal circumstances, you get almost an hour at this station, and an opportunity to do something you probably don't expect.
There is a grocery store just up the road. It's 1 block away. We have just enough time, so let's go check it out. And just like that, we got some snacks and some drinks. Let's head back to the train before we miss it.
Now that we've been on the train for 18 hours, let's ask the real questions.
Would I recommend this to anybody? No, you need to be a special kind of crazy to do what I do. But that's what I love about traveling around the country. I don't just enjoy the destination of where I'm going. I enjoy getting there. And this view is pretty enjoyable. Sleeper car is a little bit more for the normal person. But of course, it is pricey. It's not going to be a perfect way to travel. It's not the most comfortable, although it is very comfortable. Especially for being such long distance, you can get up and move around whenever you want.
And my best piece of advice?
Get out of your coach car. Go enjoy the rest of the train like the observation car.
It really does make all the difference. It's so much better than a bus, and what other form of transit is there where you can just get up and walk around whenever you want? You can get a snack or a full meal from the cafe car at almost any time. I can't think of a better way to slow down and travel. It's not just about getting from point A to point B, it's about getting there while seeing the country in a unique way, slowing down and seeing how it used to be. I understand it's not for everyone, but I absolutely love it.
But we still have a few more hours on this train, so why don't we get back to it and see how the rest of my journey in coach goes.
The Southwest Chief really does live up to the Southwest part of its name as we cruise through New Mexico. We approach the Lamy Station, which is the connection point to Santa Fe. And as soon as we arrive, we depart. This is what I truly love about train travel. It's not just the fact that it's comfortable, there's a certain romance to it that you just don't get with anything else. Staring outside at an ever-changing view, not having to worry about anything, it's a chance to disconnect from today's busy world and enjoy the slower pace. All too often today, we get caught up with having to fill every moment with something, whether it's social media, conversations with friends or strangers online, emails, work. We forget that there's an entire world to be explored out there. Taking the train forces you to disconnect from it. There are many areas with no cell reception, and these trains don't have Wi-Fi. It helps you stop and look out the window. So let's do that for a moment before we get back to our journey.
Stop here momentarily. Once it clears up, we'll be on our way again. We do thank you for your patience.
As I've said before, delays are just part of the game, and as we said earlier in the video, let's see how late we are. I hope you left your guess in the comments, because we're just going to have to see what happens here. But for now, I'm not mad with the view we have. There are much worse places to be stuck for delays. That's just part of traveling on Amtrak. Always plan extra time, plan for delays, and expect the unexpected. It's one of the reasons why I wouldn't recommend this for, everybody, but if you love the adventure as much as I do, train travel is amazing. You should give it a shot.
We get back underway just to stop again a few minutes later. This time, it's to let our sister train get past us. They were a little bit behind schedule as well. We head back to our seat and get a little more filming done as we approach the 24-hour mark. We decide to take a little nap, and that's when we hit the fun track. Train travel does have its downsides, and this is probably the biggest one. Rough track can make for a rough ride. Sure, you have turbulence on flights and bumpy roads on a bus, but it's still kind of annoying. Luckily, it usually doesn't last long, and our next fresh air stop is almost here. Raton is the last stop in New Mexico before we hit Colorado. We'll navigate Raton Pass on our way over the border. It's slow going, but a beautiful ride.
And welcome to Raton. We are 2 stops away from our final destination of La Junta, so let's do a delay update. At our max, we were about an hour and 10 minutes delayed. Right now, we are 56 minutes delayed. So those guesses you left in the comments before, if it was more than 56, well, there's still a chance it might be, because we still got 2 stops. Allegedly, we're going to get there not as late, but we're going to find out. So let's enjoy the fresh air and keep those guesses coming. If you haven't guessed yet, now is a great time to put in an educated guess in the comments, and we'll see how close you are. I'm going to enjoy this fresh air break. You're welcome to do it with me.
So what are my final thoughts about riding on coach?
We have been in coach for a full 24 hours. I mean, we spent quite a lot of time here in the observation car, but it has not been bad. Last night was definitely a little bit of a rough sleep, but I think really thinking back on today and taking a few naps here and there, I could even do 48 hours. You know, doing a full trip in coach, I don't think would be too much of an issue. It's been a fun ride so far. It's been a good ride. I think coach is 100% a great way to travel. I still do like the privacy of a roomette. Having not spent any more than 12 hours during the day in coach, this has been great. The best way to survive it is to get out of it. Go explore the train. Go down to the cafe car. Have a meal in the dining car. And most importantly, every chance you get at a fresh air stop, get off the train. Walk around for a little bit. Smell the fresh air. Enjoy the weather, unless it's, raining or snowing. But enjoy the weather wherever you are. And let's get to La Junta, see what our final delay counter says.
The sun begins to set as we approach our final destination, and that means it's almost time to end today's journey. For those playing at home, our final delay was only 56 minutes. I've definitely had worse, and that's actually pretty good for Amtrak. Getting off the train, there was one final surprise in store for me on the platform.
So when it comes to being a tiny channel, meeting people that know you is a little bit weird, but we got our first one here. So, hey, it's awesome to meet you, man. Enjoy the rest of your trip. This is the end of our journey at La Junta. It is time for me to find my wife and I think go get some tacos. Tacos sound amazing, so let's go eat. So until next time, I'm gonna eat this burrito. So I'll see you on the rails. If this video is cool, you should check that one out. It's even better, I promise. Mm-hmm.